All right, welcome to week one of the Coach's Corner. I'm here with men's soccer coach Adam Boyer and coach Darren Yeagle. Coaches, you all are finishing your first week of preseason. What are some of the takeaways this early on?
Yeah, we wrapped up our first 5 days of preseason, which we spent a lot of time doing 2 days, had some classroom sessions, and also had our first exhibition yesterday. But it's been a productive first week. It's been a very competitive first week. Anytime you bring in the amount of newcomers that we did, there's going to be a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, as well as a lot of nerves, and it's translated well onto the field. It's been an extremely competitive training environment. The guys are pushing each other really hard, and we've been really pleased with the first 5 days, and are looking forward to the next week and a half as we get through two more exhibitions leading up to our season opener on September 1st.
You all had your first exhibition yesterday against former assistant Will Van Nostren and Brescia University. Talk to us a little bit about the game and some of the pros and cons from the team's performance.
Yeah, it was obviously it was an enjoyable game playing against Coach Van Nostren and Brescia University, and he's obviously doing a great job with that program as he comes into his second year, and I thought it was a really competitive match. Anytime you have such a large roster with such a big group of newcomers, as we go into the game, we're expecting to make a lot of substitutions and try a lot of different lineups. And as expected, I thought that there were some positives, but there was also some inconsistencies.
Yeah, I agree with Coach Boyer. I think two positives that I felt looking back on the game were definitely our freshmen and how much they contributed to the game. That's going to be big for us moving forward, and I think with this class, the upperclassmen leading by example is something that they did as well. And I think anytime you play a first preseason game, the younger classmen kind of look up to the upperclassmen for them to lead and really set a good example. And I thought they did that for the 90 minutes. With that being said, one area that we could improve on, in which we'll definitely work on in practice, this coming week before the next games against Bellarmine and Center, and that's our possession. In possession with a purpose, switching the point of attack quickly and moving the ball. And talking with some of the boys, I know they're excited to play Bellarmine and Center, and it should really bring out a big crowd, and we're looking forward to it.
Speaking of those two games, looking ahead at the rest of the week, you have two more exhibitions coming up. First against Bellarmine and the second against Center. What do you expect from these two contests?
Yeah, we're excited. This Friday should be a fun game at Bellarmine, obviously a local Division II rival. The game will be under the lights. It should be a great atmosphere for our guys to play in. And I think when you look at Bellarmine and Center, obviously they're going to be two very talented teams, two teams that are very skillful, and they're also going to have some athletic and physical players on their team. And it should be a real challenge for our guys to see if they can adjust, especially with such a young team. But we're excited to get out there and kind of do battle with two teams that historically have been very successful. And these will be important games for us to kind of fit the pieces to the puzzle as we prepare for our season opener against Austin College on September 1st, and make sure we try players in certain positions and do our best to get our starting lineup ready to go for that regular season opener here in just 10 days.
Well, thank you, Coach Boyer and Coach Yeagle. Stay tuned next week for another edition of the Coach's Corner.